Alright, this is the first update I've done. It's about 2 o'clock on Saturday. This is our Washington Archery Elk Hunt, and we're doing it completely different this year. My oldest son started shooting the bow this summer, and so we're going to dedicate most of our time to a hunt in Montana. We're going to go for like 10 days, I think it is, and so I'm only hunting the weekends here. So it's Saturday, like I mentioned. We got here last night. We got to the trailhead last night after just a bunch of like 3 different road closures and just a bunch of crazy stuff like that. We finally got here. We still made it here at the time that we had hoped that we would. There must have been at least 30 vehicles at the trailhead. It was just packed. So our plan was to hike in as far as we could. We're having to come a completely different way. We've never been this way before. So in addition to all these different road closures and having to reroute and find other ways to get here, we've never come in this way, but we had to because there was another road closure because of a fire. The normal way we come in here. So we've never been on the trail before. So our plan was to hike in as far as we could until it got dark, throw a tent up off the side of the trail, sleep there until morning, and then get up and then hike the rest of the way in. So we're the same place we were last year, but last year we hunted the west side. This year we're back to the east side just because there were so many hunters last year on the west side. So we're back to also spike only. So we hiked the rest of the way in this morning. We got here probably, Ralph, what was it, like 10? I think it was a little bit after 10, but
No,
yeah, a little bit after.
No, it was exactly 3 hours to get here.
Oh,
we left.
was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it was close, right around 11, I guess.
58.
Yeah. So, and then we, had to set up camp and go get water and do all that stuff. So now it's almost 2 o'clock. So what sucks about this is we're going to go, as soon as I'm done with this, we're going to go and we're going to get an late afternoon, evening hunt, hike back here, get up in the morning, go do a morning hunt, and then we got to hike all the way back out. So it's not ideal. This is really probably more about just getting out and enjoying the experience. I think the odds of us getting something are incredibly low, but at least we're getting out and getting to experience some things. So that's the update so far. It's a beautiful, hike in this morning. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Coming out on your side.
Yeah, it is. All right, it's about 3 o'clock. We finally made it into kind of the first meadow. So we've just started calling. You can see how smoky it is. But we're just going to give this 20 minutes or so and see what happens. Ralph said he thought he maybe heard a distant bugle. I'm not sure if I've heard anything. But this is going to be our first setup and we'll see what happens. It's about 7:15, 7:20. We've been in the same place. We got to this first meadow and we've sat here the entire time. We had a bull bugle to us around 4 o'clock, like 3 bugles quite a ways up this ridge up here, and then nothing until like 6 o'clock. Then he bugled one more time, I think, maybe twice, and then nothing until just about 10 minutes ago. He bugled one time then, but he hasn't been getting any closer, and he's not getting worked up at all, and we haven't heard or seen anything else. So we're gonna stay here about another 15 minutes. It's thundering. I think it's gonna miss us, but sunset's in like 15 minutes, and then we've got a ways to go to get back to camp, so we'll hunt our way back to the main trail. By that time, legal shooting light will be over, and we'll just make our way back to camp. So, disappointing first day, first night. Still a little bit of time left. We'll see what happens, but otherwise we'll see you tomorrow morning. Okay, it's about 1 o'clock on Saturday. This is our second weekend coming back in here. We got at least 2, maybe 3 bulls bugling in the direction that the camera's pointed. They're bugling. I can't tell if they're getting closer. We had one just before this that was really close. I don't know if he just moved off or if we spooked him, if he caught our scent. The wind is bad. It's been blowing almost every direction. So we'll see if we can get these guys to come in. They're not like super fired up or interested, but they are responding. So we'll see what happens here. I mean, ideally we need a curious spike or something to try to sneak in here. But I feel the wind on my back right now as I'm speaking, so this is not good. It's not a great situation, but it wouldn't matter where we set up. The wind has changed every couple minutes. So we'll see what happens. Every time one bugles, the other bugles. We just bumped a big 6. I'm not sure how. He was right up there, kind of where the patch of sun is, heading uphill when I saw him. This was his bed right here. He was just tearing it up. I don't know if the video will be able to show it, but like, I mean, it is just torn up everywhere. Down here, all the way down here. He peed all over. And there's more rubs right there. So he was one of the ones that was bugling at us. I thought he was a little bit further. But we still have a couple that have responded, so I think we're just going to kind of post up right here and see if we can get anybody else to maybe come in. A bull just tore this up. Seeing lots of sign. Trails are just pounded in. Just can't get the wind right. It's 5 o'clock on Saturday. I think I mentioned this earlier, but we came in last night, just like a weekend ago or a week ago, and parking lot was still full, just like last weekend. We hiked in 2.6 miles, same as last weekend, threw our tents up there, and then got up this morning. We hiked the rest of the way, like 4.6 miles in. This morning we got to our campsite somewhere around, what, 10? Isn't that what we said? No, 9:30, 9:40 or something.
9:35, I think.
Yeah, and then set up camp, got all that taken care of, got water, had lunch, and then we actually made it out. We made a really good time. My pack is like 20 pounds lighter than last time. That made a huge difference. But we made really good time. So we got out by noon, or right around just maybe a little bit after noon. And we hadn't gone very far, and we started getting bugles. One sounded pretty close, but they weren't coming. We got a few other scattered ones. So long story short, we kind of kept following them, and we're on this really good trail. It's just beat into the ground, and so we were really quiet and moving slow, but just came up over the crest of this little knob, and I saw a bull running up the hill away from us. So somehow he heard us. I don't think he smelled us, either heard us or saw us, but he was a nice bull. He was big 6. And we still had other bulls that were bugling to us, but we never got any others to come in. He didn't come in either. We basically just caught up to him. And so we've continued our way, working our way all the way around this ridge, and it's about 5 o'clock now, and we're gonna maybe go just a little bit further, do some calling, and then we're gonna start making our way back, because we do not want to hike back out in this stuff in the dark. So that's the update so far. Just like last weekend, we got tomorrow morning then, and then we got to hike the 7.6 miles all the way back out. And then that's going to be it for Washington, at least for archery elk. And then we'll move into rifle season a little bit later. But after this, I've got Monday to pack up, and then my oldest son and I head to Montana for an archery hunt there with my high school buddy Gary. So looking forward to that, but still hoping we can maybe pull something out of this one. After all the miles that Ralph and I have logged, we have always been shocked at why we've never found anything more than a spike deadhead. And finally, pretty cool. I don't know, looks like it's got some weird stuff going on. Looks like it's 3, 4, 5, 6, at least a 6 by 5 maybe. Yeah, that is cool. It's 9 o'clock. We're on our second setup for the day. We've never been to this meadow. When we were on our first setup, the only bulls that were bugling are the ones that are right above us now. So we made our way over to here. There's at least 2, maybe 3 bulls bugling up there. Same scenario though. Doesn't seem like anything is coming our way. We heard some rocks crashing when we first got to the edge of this meadow. So I don't know if something was just already moving that way or if we bumped something. The wind, just like yesterday, is every direction. So there isn't really, I don't know what else we can do. Because if we move, it's going to be blowing in the wrong direction in the new location as well. So I think the majority of the time it's kind of a crosswind, so it's okay. But there are definitely times like right now, it's like on my back. So let's see what happens here. Okay, we have to explain this season a little bit more. This was completely different than any other season that we've done. We basically had 2 weekends. So out of those 2 weekends, we got 2 Saturday afternoon evenings and then 2 Sunday mornings, and it rained on us both Sundays. So essentially, out of 2 weekends, we got 2 full days of hunting. So not surprising that we didn't fill a tag. We did see a couple bulls, and we did have bulls bugling, but they just didn't seem like they were as fired up as last year, and just didn't really seem like they wanted to come in. But it wasn't for a lack of effort, that is for sure. All right, so another Washington archery elk season in the books, 2025.
As the cap says, cheers.
Cheers.